presents Behind the Blind Podcast.
We're back for another episode of Behind the Blind, brought to you by Double T British Kennels. For more than 20 years, Double T British Kennels has imported dogs directly from Great Britain to build superior bloodlines. Their top-of-the-line dogs are proven in the field and in major field trials. Learn more at britlabs.com and make sure you tell them that Heartland Waterfowl sent you. We're wrapping it up here as we just had our final hunt for early season geese here in North Dakota. For Everett Adkins, Logan Burditt, Joe Palumbo, I'm Ronnie Philips. Let's talk about it. Today we had a great day. I mean, we started off really with a lot of struggle those first 2 days that we were up here, but the last 2 days was a great way to finish out the early season here in North Dakota.
No doubt. Just had to pay some dues. Excuse me. Had to pay some dues them first couple days. That's all that was, man. But the last 2 days we ended up, we finished out as strong as we ever could have asked for. The fishing was great. Just the vibes in camp all week were great, even though we were struggling the first 2 days. It's like, man, we're going to get them. Like, we just need to stick with it.
Yeah.
We just need to, but all in all, man, awesome trip.
Yep, another fun morning.
Sounds like the recipe just needs to be that we don't have any wind and fog.
Yeah.
And we'll shoot birds.
Sounds great. Disregard anything we've ever said for the last 12 years when it comes to, but no, I mean, it worked out.
Yep.
It just goes to show that there is no rhyme or reason.
Right.
It's just early season geese.
It's do what you think is going to work. If it doesn't work, try something else the next day.
That's it.
I mean,
Yep.
That's all it is.
So,
but it all worked out. It was awesome.
So this was a field that they had been looking at for a few days before we got here, and we kept watching it as the week progressed, and the field just got bigger and better, and the wind was right, even though there was marginal wind this morning. It just set up right for us to hunt this field today.
Yeah, the farmer also wouldn't let us in there for the last 3 days
because of the rain.
Because it's been rainy.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
We had to take the buggy in this morning because he didn't want us to drive in, and it was a goofy field, right?
Yeah,
that was the weirdest thing. It was what did Cody call that?
I knew you were going to ask me that. What is it?
Say it.
Triticale.
Let's all say it together now.
Trid.
Yeah. Kaylee.
Kaylee.
Triticale.
Triticale.
Now spell it.
You spell it.
You spell it.
Tridicale. Triticale.
Can we get the guys to
Jamie,
research that?
can you please look that up, Jamie?
DT and Q. Let's make sure that we got a.
But no, it's a blend. It's like a blend that they use up here for cattle.
It's a little bit of everything. It seems like
there was some peas, some wheat, like some oats. Just a nice little blend. They bail it up, feed the cows.
Yeah, there's like some viney stuff to it that was like, I don't know.
It was wild. It was, yeah.
Had you ever hunted in anything like that before?
I mean, by the time I'm up here, everything's already like picked up. So like, that doesn't look like a swathed field. Like by the time I'm back up here, I mean, to me, driving by that in another month or so, just look like a.
That's true.
A
cut field.
Harvested oats field from August or early beans or something. I don't until you walk out in there and see what it is.
Yeah, it was crazy when they were trying to explain it, and I was hearing all of these different terms that I had never heard before. Triticale, never heard that term before until today. Yeah. So that was a learning experience. But I mean, look, it worked out. The field got dried out, even though we did buggy in, and it was just the whole fog situation was another opportunity where the fog, I mean, it doesn't always work this way, but the fog actually played again in our favor. And it was just critical that we, when you're waterfowl hunting, it's easy while you're sitting there, you start BSing and you're talking and you're not paying attention. It's really important that you're not doing that and actually listening for the honks, for the geese to be flying, because then you would start calling at them, and it was just back and forth until they came within viewing distance in that fog.
Which wasn't very far.
No, not at all. I mean, that fog was thick this morning. But, man, they did it. I mean, there was only maybe a group or two, and that was basically at the end of the hunt when they were just going back to water anyway. But the ones that did it right. In fact, we have some clips of today's hunt. Let's check that out. I think we ended up with 25 birds today, which was one more than what we had yesterday. Again, the first day we only had 2 birds. The second day we had a goose egg.
Skunk,
We
the old
got
skunk in the
The old skunk.
blind.
Exactly. So to follow that up with a 24 bird day and then a 25 bird day, that was a great way to end the trip. Let's check out some of the clips from today's hunt.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Look how foggy that is.
Get him. That was good fun. That was good fun. Hey. That was good fun. You see the way they just dropped right in, dude? That was awesome. Nice. Nice. They did it right, dude.
No
they
doubt.
just kind of cupped right into the pocket there that last second and moneyed right up for us. And I think we dropped 11 or 12 out of that group.
Yep.
Solid shooting today. We had some killers in the blind with us.
It was a great, no
It's
doubt.
the same people. So
Well, I mean, I'm just saying shout out to the killers that were with us. Cody, Ty, Cole, Evan, me, Everett, you.
So you just named me? You didn't name me. All right, okay.
You had a great shot. You had a couple good shots today.
Thank you.
you shot
Had a
the only
couple.
single.
I was just,
That's true.
It took you
busting.
45 minutes to kill it.
just busting balls.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No
Wow.
problem.
What else have we got here? Clip 2. Is there another clip that we need to see here, guys?
Nah, yeah.
No, let's just go to the ducked up question of the day.
Is there another clip?
Yeah, it was said winning putt from Dakota.
Oh, we're sorry.
He was
Put
just
your readers on.
Sorry.
I thought you were making a
Well,
joke.
The
I thought
screen,
you were like
the screen was
joking.
there, and then it wasn't there, and then it quickly popped up, and I didn't look
I
closely.
thought you
So,
were like trying to make a joke.
so is the second clip the golf clip?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So what happened then after the
I thought he
hunt?
was
We'll wrap
serious,
this
like
up.
just messing around.
Dakota's like, come on, man.
I wasn't. No.
Check.
I wasn't. I'm all about showing that clip. I just wasn't. I didn't see that part, so I apologize. But yeah, no. After we got done with the hunt, we came back. We got out of there at a relatively good time. That gave us the opportunity to come back, get something to eat, and head out to the golf course about noon. Where, hey, I mean, how cool is that we were able to fit in 2 days of fishing and 2 days of golf with the 4 days of hunting that we got to do. That usually is like maybe 1 day of fishing, and last year we didn't even play golf, I don't believe.
No, it was too windy.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago that we played one round of golf. So, I mean, wow, we got to experience a lot in our entire time up here. So let's check it out. There was some competition between all of us on the team, and there was maybe a winning putt from someone known as the Real D Thurn. Let's check it out.
Attaboy.
Whoa.
Man, you really drilled that
Wow.
home.
Look at that.
Hey, nice putt.
Right in the back of the cut.
Congratulations.
Look at
Got
that.
it. That's how I'm going to my line.
Nice,
I'm
bro.
throwing this ball in the weeds. I'm in. Ronnie.
Hey, so here, the only issue that I have with this clip is that there was actually 2 rounds of competition today, and there was another guy in the first round, the first 9, that on the 9th hole made a putt to clinch the victory. That clip was not made available for some reason, and then we went and played another 9, and we showed Dakota's clip.
Yep.
I can't remember who that guy was that made that putt on the first 9 to clinch that victory. That would have been really cool to see that.
I must not have been there for that. Anyway, ducked up question of the day.
You were on my team, dude. Anyway, I made the putt. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Time for the Ducked Up question, brought to you by Dirty Duck Coffee. If your coffee sucks, it ain't the duck. It is the preferred coffee of choice in the blind or around the breakfast table for Heartland Waterfowl and waterfowl hunters in every flyway. So check out the variety of blends and use the promo code HW10 to save at dirtyduckcoffee.com. Let's send it to the guys behind the table. What is the Ducked Up question of the day?
Okay, so today, can you hear me?
Yep.
Today's ducked up question is, what is your dream hunting crew? This question comes from Jeffrey Winter from the YouTube comments.
Nice. Well, Jeffrey, thank you for watching and
Great
and
question.
listening. Yeah,
Great
that's interesting. All right, so we're all kind of not prepared for that question, which is fine. This is how we like it. We like to just spontaneously be able to answer those questions.
Let's do 4. You get to pick 4 guys.
You got to pick 4 people. Wow. Okay.
The answer is not you. No, I would pick my family.
Me
Well, I mean, that's just a no-brainer, right?
Right.
I mean, you're going to hunt with your dad, your brother. Me too.
Maybe not. He seems, Joe's sitting there thinking maybe I would.
The only reason he
sure.
wouldn't hunt with SRP is he doesn't want him to shoot his decoys and doesn't let him shoot bib neck collars.
Yeah, no doubt.
So let's make it a little bit more challenging then. If you couldn't, and look, in all honesty, like that's the first place I went. Was my grandpa's the one who introduced me to hunting. He's no longer with us. And if I had the opportunity, the dream to hunt with him again, absolutely I would. But let's say that family is disqualified. And maybe it's not specific to waterfowl hunting. Maybe it's any kind of hunting. If you had to pick, let's just say 2 people. But if you can come up with 4, who are 2 people that you would love to hunt with that you've never hunted with before?
Never hunted.
Right.
I haven't even really ever thought about that.
Because I was thinking this, I was like, man, my dream team is the team we've got. You know, like what we get to do is a dream. Like we thought about this for so long, and now we're doing it for our 12th year. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I wouldn't bring you on my dream team.
His
then,
dream
right?
is guiding.
But you know, if you think about like. We like hunting other things outside of waterfowl. Obviously, waterfowl is our favorite. But like if I think of some of the biggest names in the industry, like Jim Shockey, for example, comes to mind. That guy has access to so many different things around not only North America, but outside of that, could introduce me and educate me. I'm sure he's got incredible stories that he could tell in the blind or even at camp. So I would say he would be one that I think that would be interesting that I would put on a dream team. So if you were to think of somebody that you've never hunted before, whether it's somebody in waterfowl or in another space, who comes to mind?
Who has the best waterfowl hunting spot in North America? That's who I want to hunt with. I don't know. I honestly, I've never even really thought about it. Like, I don't know, a celebrity or like
just who?
Alive or dead?
Either, I guess.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, wow. That's a good answer. Tell us why, Joe.
He was the ultimate outdoorsman.
Okay.
Say less. Teddy freaking Roosevelt, dude.
All right.
Like, the man's killed everything on the planet, wrote books about it, and greatest president we ever had.
Wow.
Just the greatest, dude. Teddy freaking Roosevelt.
Hey, I'm not slamming the answer. I think that's a really interesting answer. Everett, you've had some time now to think about this. Do you have any?
I really don't know. It's something I've never thought. I don't know.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah, Theodore Roosevelt.
You know, another person that comes to mind in the waterfowl space, and it's somebody who Joe knows personally, is Sean Mann. I mean, that's a guy who's he is a legend in the waterfowl industry, and some of the things that he has done, the stories that I'm sure he can tell, the people that, he has met along the way, the evolution of waterfowl hunting that he has experienced, like what you could learn from that man hunting with him and then sitting around a table having a drink with him. You've got to do that though, right? So for somebody like me, I mean, that would be to have the opportunity to do that. Absolutely. I would jump at that. Do you have any stories from your,
I'll just leave it at the fact that he's a great storyteller and he's got plenty of them.
Yeah. You don't have one in particular? You leave those stories for him to tell, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to elaborate on this anymore? Has this tripped any triggers for either of you?
Buck Gardner, maybe. He would probably have a bunch of stuff to tell. Another one I thought of.
Tim Grounds.
Yeah, Tim Grounds would be one.
He's legend.
Rest in peace.
Oh, I'm drawing a blank on his name that got in trouble by the feds in
Foils.
Illinois.
Jeff Foils.
Yeah.
After listening to that podcast, I think he would be a fun hunt.
Let's see, I
Think about
I grew up with hunting with a lot of those guys.
Well, yeah, I've
known them all for a very long
any
time.
of the guys,
And
like
they're awesome. All
like
of them.
Fred Zink. I mean, that guy's seen it all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Belding, he's seen it all.
Mhm.
You know, they've been around forever now. Any of those like Tyson Keller and Field Hudnall. I mean, he great guy. Those guys, any of those early Avery guys, I feel like those guys have seen a lot of different stuff, and they were
Vandemore,
kind of pioneered some of the way with the way people run full body decoys and do
or
different
even
stuff.
just filming hunts.
Yeah,
in
filming
general,
hunts.
dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
Field was.
Those 24/7 Z unit.
Yeah,
DVDs
exactly.
That came out with 99, 2000. Like that shit was awesome.
Yeah,
We were actually
Just heavy metal and goose killer. It was awesome.
We actually brought up this name in the blind, and I can't remember exactly how it all came up, but I was just thinking of people in the industry that I've never hunted with, maybe have met, have a lot of respect for. Sean Stahl is another one. Just a really good dude. Every time, I mean, he engages with some of our content on Heartland Waterfowl. We see him at Rogers every waterfowl weekend when they're in Kansas City. He's always been very complimentary, but the guy is a great hunter, and he's a great caller, and he's been doing it on TV for a long time, and I think that would be another guy I would probably enjoy hunting with.
Yeah, and he likes to hunt completely different than we do for geese. Like, he likes hunting big open water.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he hunts a lot of water and just a little bit different than what we do. But,
Sure.
I mean, yeah, heck, awesome dude. Awesome guy.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, so as we get ready to wrap up this episode, let's move forward to the Outlaw Moment of the Day. The Outlaw Moment, again, brought to you by our friends over at Outlaw Beer. We're looking forward to getting to know them a little bit better. Derek Helms, shout out to you, and looking forward to you getting us some beer so we can try it out and tell all of our faithful followers how great it is. So whatever the outlaw moment could be, it could be funny, it could be just a good vibe moment, just some sort of badass moment. What is your badass moment of the day, Everett?
I think it was,
outlaw moment of the day. That could be badass.
I think it was seeing Rip go out there after that bird that was behind us in the weeds and everything, 75-yard blind and all that stuff. He's just going into his second year of hunting, and he finished his first year on a really high note, and it was good to see him carry that over.
All right. Logan?
My outlaw moment of the day is that I'm very, very thankful that there was a porta potty on that golf course. Man, I don't know.
Things could have got Western
Yeah.
real quick.
I think it was Western in his gut because
Oh, my
I
God.
actually was standing next to the cart that he was sitting in, and I could hear it. And I looked at him like, dude, are you okay? And he was like, I got the bubble guts.
My eyes just started filling up, and I had no other choice.
Hey, 4 days in goose camp will do that to a guy.
I don't know what happened, dude. It just literally hit me, and there was nothing I could do. Like, there was no chance I was going to make that putt or even try to attempt putting that.
Right. That was funny.
But that was my outlaw moment of the day.
Right on.
Very, very, very thankful for the Municipal 9 to have a porta potty on hole number 4.
What's your outlaw moment, Ronnie? You always go last. You get the longest to think about.
Well, I just wanted to give you guys and I'm trying to think here. I think the first thing that comes to mind is the birds that didn't decoy, but we shot them right above the blinds. They were
the
coming
belly
down.
busters.
We had some
yeah.
belly busters, and I think Dakota was able to actually get some of that, but it wasn't ideal. Like we are trying to decoy birds feet down in the decoys. When it's early season geese, you have to take what you can get.
and we took what we
And
could
we
get.
took what we gotta get. Yeah, and
It's
there
the,
was,
it's the most lethal shot there is.
Oh, it's very.
And
the
I-
most lethal shot there is.
It's a real
It's-
high.
they were only 15 yards,
It's a high
20
success
yards
rate.
at most. I mean, they weren't high.
No.
They just buzzed the tower and
Yeah.
we just gave them no go.
We buzzed right back.
yeah, no
I
go.
think and I don't know how many were in that flock, 20 maybe,
Yeah.
but we dropped maybe 12, I think.
Yeah,
They
we-
out of
won't be-
there, or
we
11,
shot 'em-
something
we
like
shot
that.
'em good.
They won't be eating any more out of Mr. Farmer's swaths anymore. In that
No,
field, so.
no, not at all. So that would probably be. There were several that kind of were coming to mind, but for the sake of saving time here on the pod, I'm going to go with that being my outlaw moment of the day.
Right on, man. That's a good one.
What about you,
Solid.
Joe Palumbo?
Man, I'm gonna go just a whole trip outlaw. Just the trip, dude. It was great just to be back up here. We had great weather. We had great dudes in camp. We laughed. Yeah, we laughed a lot this week, and it was just a lot of fun being back up here.
Yeah,
Caught a lot of fish.
Pounding some gravel. Getting the binos up, getting eyes dialed back in.
Mhm.
So just an outlaw of a trip.
No
dude.
doubt.
It was a good way to start the season. I feel like we're off to a good start. We're really, we got a lot of positive vibes moving through here,
Mhm.
to get rolling the next couple weeks. And y'all are going to be headed to Canada, first, second week of October,
Mhm.
fixing to get ready to turn around and come right back here for guide season, and just coming up and being able to whack some geese, kill some walleye, or catch some geese and kill some geese and catch some walleye with the boys.
We're
Just,
very tired, if you can't tell.
no,
we're
just,
dragging.
Just it was just an awesome trip. Just outlaw, dude. Just outlaw.
Yeah. Hey, and so before we move on, just massive shout out to our friends up here in North Dakota. We're not hunting with an outfitter up here. These are friends that we've been
Ty,
hunting
Evan.
for years. Yeah,
Mike.
Evan, we got introduced to Evan. He's new to the group, so shout out to him and all of the passion that he had for what we needed to do and the scouting that he did to help us.
Right.
And then just of course Mike and Brenda for allowing us to come to their cabin.
Let us crash
and
their
host
house.
here.
Crash their house for a couple days.
Crash it and completely rearrange it for a podcast studio. And then of course, Cody, he's the guy, right?
He's the glue that holds it all together.
He really is, man. And there's just, if you guys are listening, there is sincere gratitude and love for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your friendship and hosting us every single year. We greatly appreciate that. Dakota, go ahead.
My outlaw moment for the week is I want to give it to Ethan or Evan, and it's just nice having a guy around camp that's a younger guy, brings a good vibe, gives you some new slang to use, which I think is super clutch. I think that I brought that role to the team.
Sad boy rap?
For a good chunk of time of being the young guy. And
Yeah.
you guys are like, what does that even mean? And it's new slang. So I think he brought that also, like big passion for the game and standing on business and just being one of those guys that's like all in for the team, like as a young guy and also being able to like fling shit to all of us and, banter back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So big shout out to that. I think that's good for vibes, good for culture, and also helped with a lot of our success this week.
Joe learned a new slang term today.
Bricked up, baby. Look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Awesome. All right, so let's move on as we get ready to wrap this thing up. We're going to announce the winner of the Heartland Waterfowl Swag Pack here in just a little bit, so stand by. That is coming up at the end of this podcast. Canada is up next. We talked about that coming up. Joe mentioned that around the second week of October, so that will be the next time we can bring you new footage and more episodes of the Behind the Blind podcast. I would also remind you that this video, which is going to involve everything that we got to experience from 4 days of hunting to 2 days on the golf course, 2 days on the boat fishing for walleye, and everything in between. You're going to get to experience all of that in a badass video that is coming out in about a week. So make sure you hit that notifications bell on our YouTube channel. So when that drops, which is going to be, do you remember we talked about this last night? And now I'm the 25th. Okay, so be looking for that on the 25th at noon. Yep, 25th at noon. Again, hit that notifications bell to get that notification for that. And then, gosh, I'm trying to think. That's it. So we got a little bit of downtime before we're back out on the road again. I guess with that all being said, let's announce the winner of the giveaway, the swag pack. Actually, I'm going to have you do that. Do you have the name right there? Yes. Go for it, Dakota. Oh, we can't hear you.
Our winner is Michelle Bellin, Bellin.
Wow, a first woman winner.
Heck yeah, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle.
Shout
Appreciate
out,
you
Michelle.
following. In fact, I think I saw her name pop up because she was asking about if we could offer more flex fit hat options.
Well,
Coming right up.
she's getting a flex fit.
She's
Coming
going
right
to get
up.
a flex fit. And yes, Michelle, I appreciate that question. And we will look into that and try. We've got more hats that are going to be coming out in the near future, but this is a brand new online store, which reminds me that the design of the month, what is it now, the 17th, 18th? We've got a brand new design of the month coming up on September 1st. So if you want the design of the month that is available now, you got to get it now because it's not going to be available much longer. There's a limited run, and once they're gone, they're gone. Anything else you all want to add as we close out North Dakota early season geese?
No,
No,
man,
this-
just happy hunting to everybody. Be
great
safe.
chip.
Still out there.
September
grinding
1st,
on-
dove season starts.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah.
And then everything goes off from
Another
there.
opening day for us.
Yeah.
Everything goes off from there.
Fantastic.
Let's
And
rock and roll,
be
baby.
checking back in as we have another giveaway. As we have another giveaway option for you when we come back to you on more episodes of Behind the Blind podcast, brought to you by Double T British Kennels. Next time we come to you, it will be from Saskatchewan in October. For Everett Adkins, Logan Burditt, Joe Palumbo, I'm Ronnie Philips. Thank you for all your support. Don't forget to like the Heartland Waterfowl YouTube channel, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
That's a wrap, Jack.